Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
The legendary.
T-Pain.
You got to start calling you legendary.
Wow.
Too. You don't think so?
I don't know, man. I looked up the definition of that, and it just meant something that could be true or not.
You don't believe in yourself?
I believe in myself, but you know, the Loch Ness Monster is also a legend. So you gotta,
Well, I'm gonna tell you
gotta
something.
see it.
That might be
I believe
infamous.
in the Loch Ness Monster, so I don't know. I definitely believe in the Loch Ness Monster.
So that makes sense. All right, cool. I'll take legendary.
I'll take it then, huh?
And I don't know if the Loch Ness Monster exists now, but it has existed at some point in time.
At some point. That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay. Well, there we go then.
Well, the poppin' ass T-Pain, because you
There
are
it is.
popping.
Oh, I ain't popping my ass. we gotta figure these terms
No, not
out.
popping ass. Just popping.
It's spinning out of control. We're going off the rails real quick, right at the beginning of the interview.
All right. Maybe those two words didn't go right together.
Not a lot.
But I did see you when you were hosting the iHeartRadio Music Awards, so that was dope.
Thank you. It was actually pretty cool because I had done it. You know, I had done it a few times. I hosted the BT Hip Hop Awards once, and a couple other things and some stuff in Africa. So I guess I had practice enough to be in front of that many white people.
Well, the Masked Singer probably brought that opportunity on too. Right?
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
question. The Masked Singer did a lot for it, man, and it kind of gave me a second win. So, it helped out exponentially.
I just think that you being kind of modest, and I'm gonna tell you why. We live in this era where people, and it's always been like this. People have to say things in order for people to see it and be like, you know what, he's right. T-Pain, you birthed a whole new wave out here. You got a lot of kids out here. It's okay to say that.
I get that. It's just taking a lot of time to try to explain to people because they already have their preconceived notions of what I should be doing, how I should be saying, and blah, blah, blah. But I've wasted enough time trying to get people to see my truth. And you know what I'm saying? And the relief of stress that I've had not trying to prove anything to people, oh my God, it's so great.
Well, what is the truth for T-Pain?
The truth of T-Pain is I'm happy.
Gotcha.
I'm fine with what I'm doing. Like, the people that take their time to go on my page and go to a post to where I'm doing something great just to tell me I fell off, it's like, you took time out of your day for this? To come to my page on something that I'm doing, and you just said this from home on your phone, and you telling me I fell off? Yeah, I'd rather have fallen off from here than to have never been on sitting at my couch and telling a famous person that they aren't doing
But does it
as
bother
good
you?
as they think.
It seems like it bothers you.
Not anymore. Like that used to determine how my day went. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave that so much power, and now I can look back and see and look back at myself and like, who are these people? I've never met these people. I've never seen these people. They have no idea what my life is like. And they just see me not doing what their favorite artist is doing and decide that I shouldn't be on the internet. I shouldn't be posting anything. I shouldn't, who are these people to determine my day? Who are these people to determine my mood? They wasn't there with me shooting in the gym. They wasn't there when I came up crazy. They wasn't there when I was doing, all my biggest stuff. So now that, you know what I'm saying, things aren't in 2008 anymore, I'm not going to let them determine what happens to me during my day. I got, my kids do that. My wife does that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let some complete stranger piss me off for the rest of the day and start screaming at my kids because I'm mad at Instagram.
Oh, absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying?
And at the same time, I'm sure you have a whole new fan base after winning the Masked Singer.
For sure. Lots and lots of old people. It's a lot, man. But now a lot of people that did no research on me and hadn't seen that I've been doing anything at all. Like I got a lot of new people, a lot of TSA agents too.
We have to redefine it.
It's a lot.
We have to redefine the term "fall off" in hip hop culture because I feel like that's something black people only do.
Yeah, and they only do it to black people.
Only do it to black people.
So it's a whole thing. I mean, it's like the same thing that we do to black people with the Illuminati. We only say,
Lord have mercy.
You can't be successful
unless you're an Illuminati.
Which means you got to be gay.
If you're black.
Yeah, and you have to kill somebody.
But there's full-on death metal bands that openly worship the devil. You know what I'm saying? That's all they talk about is hell, Satan, and all this. But no, they're fine. That's just what people are into. So they're rich because they're rich. but we're rich because
we sold our soul.
We sold our soul.
But that's people who have never achieved any level of success, so they got to make excuses for their own failures.
Which is why you can't let them people determine how your day goes.
Could I look at you? Like, how long you been? You been in the game since what?
It's 2005.
So what's it? 14
About to be
years.
14 years.
14 years.
Yeah.
And you still have a long career. Like, you got to look at people's whole totality of things that they've done. And you ever seen that interview Jay-Z did where he talked about people being in that white hot space once? He said, "You're only the but then you play for forever."
For sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's how things work when you see the patterns. When you learn the patterns and you learn how things have gone and you know where your success is going and you can plan for the future and you can do these things. But people that haven't been through that spectrum and people that haven't been through those situations, they don't know where things are going. You can already see the future if you've seen the patterns before. So it's about who notices that, who executes it accordingly. And, you know, when you get out of that space, you either try it again or bow out gracefully. You know, and you can make that choice, but the thing is, a lot of people let strangers and fans make that choice for them, and that's just not fair. That's not cool. Just because you don't want to get off your ass and you're trying to bring me down to that area where you are in that miserable state that you're in, that shouldn't determine how my day goes.
Are there people who counted you out before who are now back around like, hey, T-Pain, I want to really work with
everybody?
you? Do you hold grudges about things like that, or do you address it and let it?
Not anymore, because I realized it was partly my fault. You know what I'm saying? It was me not showing what I could do. Not, you know, because it was a normal thing to me. So I felt like, you know, those aspects of my life didn't need to be public because I know I could do it. So it's no big deal. But you know, when people told me that, you know, my beats was trash, and then I started selling beats, I'm like, oh, okay, well, they were wrong. And then people told me my style was trash and I couldn't rap, couldn't sing, couldn't do all that. And I was like, I'm fine now. This is good. I didn't think I had to prove it. So, you know, I would always throw out the whole thing. Oh, well, Chris Brown is using auto-tune. How come ain't nobody talking about it? And it's because Chris Brown came out singing first.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he had his proof already. So when he used something, it's like, oh, he's just doing it for fun. But I'm like, but he sounds the same when he sings an auto-tune as when he does his normal voice. Why would I not sound the same? And every time I walked into a room and opened my mouth, everybody would be like, damn, you sound just like you do on your music. And I'm like, well, who changes their voice for their music? It's weird.
Well, you didn't at first now, back in the day.
Yeah, I did.
No.
I did.
When I made you sing live on Hot 103.9, you didn't sing.
No, top my speaking voice.
Oh, speaking? Okay,
yeah,
got you.
Yeah, I was not great when I came on your show. I was smoking cigarettes. It was a lot.
That was early. Like you.
Yeah. It was. I actually needed auto-tune back then. That was just really bad.
Now, did you ever give up? Like, you know what? This is too much. I ain't doing this no more.
Oh, 100 times.
And what did you do during that time?
I texted it to my wife, and she was like, "No, you're not."
We got bills.
We got bills, but you know, she was looking at it from the outside. So you know what I'm saying? It was like she was the one that kind of got me on the path to knowing that I determine my life and I determine my day. I determine who I am. You know, because she's been getting shit her whole life. You know,
About what?
being a military brat. You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, moving to different places, different high schools every year, and you know, and being with me. You know, she always got people on her. She's, you know, been traveling with me. You know, this is like the first time she hasn't been with me in about a year. And, you know, she's been with me on the road, just chilling. And like somebody just DM'd her and said, I had your husband's dick in my mouth the other night.
Damn. She was like, damn, the one time I leave and don't come with you?
No, this was when she was on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so, you know what I'm saying? There's people texting, my friend just had sex with T-Pain, and we sitting in the bed watching Game of Thrones, like, what? What just happened?
Could be an imposter out there pretending to be you. And
I hope so. It could be literally any dark-skinned person with dreads, because these motherfuckers do not know the difference between black faces.
Does she like the new single, Girlfriend?
She loves it. She loves it. Yeah, that's always been a, you know, a thing she let me do. She let me have freedom in my music. You know what I'm saying?
I want to know about freedom in the relationship. You talk about the
You
music.
said all three of us in that.
Oh, you know, I mean, you need.
No, we don't know. I don't know.
You said, yeah.
Oh, you gotta come on,
I haven't
guys.
gotten to that level yet. How long you and your wife been together?
16 years.
Oh, I've been on mine 22, but
Yeah,
I've been
man.
about 25.
Yeah, I ain't got to that level yet.
Damn.
what is the competition, guys?
Yeah, I didn't know. I was coming into a marriage competition. But no, I mean, it's a thing that, you know, we both agreed on, and a lot of people get it confused for like an open marriage, and we just have threesomes sometimes. That wasn't like a
How long has this been going on?
probably since 2009.
What's the rules and regulations though? Now, can you pick them? Can you bring them home, or is it?
Everything's her choice. Everything's her choice.
As it should be.
I can't. Yeah, I'm not gonna be, because if it's me, I'm just gonna pick anything, and it's not gonna be great. But I let her choose everything. Everything's her choice.
What if it's something you don't want?
We don't do it.
You can he can still veto. It's still a democracy.
Yeah, we both can voice our opinions on anything.
You don't force them. You better.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's not, and it's not like a all the time thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's just
break this down for me. I need to know how this happens. Like, how do you and your wife connect?
Seems like you're gonna try this tonight.
Is it birthdays, anniversaries?
No, it's really sporadic. We never plan it. It's not like something we just do. It's just like we're probably in the club, super fucked up. One of us see a girl and say, "Oh, she's cute," and we make a decision off of that. It's not like yeah.
Can it be somebody that's already a friend, or does it have to be people y'all don't know?
That's a better thing. We try to get to know, what I'm saying, more people than not just, we don't try to just walk up to strangers.
Why?
What?
Why you gotta get to know?
Make sure you're not knocking off somebody crazy. Somebody got diseases,
is somebody crazy? Which obviously don't want to get robbed.
Y'all go. I know you ain't going nowhere with some random girl. With the wife, you'd bring her back to your place or your hotel. I would think.
I mean, it's usually at home, so we'll try not to mix. And we got a floor separating the rest of the house, so we try to. It's a lot of rules and regulations. It's a lot of things that we prepare for. It's a lot of things that we do. We just take precautions.
What was the first conversation like? Like, how was the first time ever? Like, hey, babe, she's cute. Yeah, she's like, what was the first
Y'all really trying to set it up.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was trying to, how did this happen? She set it off the first time.
Really?
Yeah, it was her birthday. It was in Costa Rica, and she said, I like her. And I was like, yeah, she's cool. It was a strip club. It was weird. But, yeah, she was just like, I like her. And it surprised the hell out of me. I was like, you want to dance? And then, yeah, things led from the dance to things.
Talk to me about ego in that moment. Did you feel away when she said that?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, because it's like, how would your girl feel if you, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But I like her.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm there for it, but it was a shot to the gut at first until it was like, wait a minute.
I'm involved.
Yeah.
It's me too.
And it was a girl that looked just like her. It was amazing. It was awesome.
Are you ever left out of the equation? Have you ever been there and been like, guys, what about me?
No. She doesn't let that happen. I won't let that happen to her. So, we always take care of each other. I make sure, we
understand.
I make sure everything, I make sure she's taken care of first. You know what I'm saying? It's always still us.
Have you ever found yourself in an unofficial pussy eating competition? See who can do it better?
With the chick, yeah.
Yeah.
With the other chick, yeah. It's definitely been one of those things.
You lose though all the time, don't you?
No, I'm really good. So, yeah.
When's the last time this has happened?
It's been a long time. It's been a very long time. It's been a very long time. We don't do that. We don't do it super often because I've been on the road a lot lately, so we don't try to get randoms. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, it's better if we know the person, we know their history, we know they ain't on no fuck shit, they ain't trying to rob us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can be around them for more than an hour. It's like, it's gotta be, you gotta meet a criteria. You gotta sign this application.
Now, did that help you? Because we all know black men don't cheat. So did that keep you from ever straying?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely. Because one, I feel like if I do, I'm gonna fuck up that opportunity. So you know what I'm saying? If I fuck up on the road or anything like that, then the threesomes at home are gonna stop.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mess that up, and
Okay.
it has definitely strayed me away from the devil thoughts out there.
You would have to be a greedy nigga to be getting threesomes at home and still out there.
So-
Oh, there's plenty of greedy guys doing that.
Really?
Yeah. Trust
Well,
and
mostly because they think they can have them on the road too.
Right, 'cause they
with
get
other
kinda used to
chicks.
it.
Yeah. So it's like a thing that you get used to. You get good at it, and you start getting out there and wanting to test the waters and see what two new bitches feel like. And it's
Can't
just
call
not-
women bitches in 2019. T-Man.
Yeah, no, the ones out there, the thoughts. Bitches are bitches. Women are women.
Now, would
It's
you
a
be
huge difference. Just like black people are black people and niggas are niggas.
would you be upset if she was with a woman and you weren't around or involved? Like she's like, oh, you're on the road.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Okay. What? Even if she asked you
man, are you
first.
all right?
That's
answering for all. My goodness gracious.
I'm asking T-Pain.
yeah, no, I mean that's not that's part of the rules.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We can't do that by ourselves. Like if we have a threesome with somebody and I ask her, can I just do that by myself at some point if you're not there or if we're in the same
Hell
city or
no.
something like that? No, it's not gonna happen. That's cheating.
Okay.
That's
Just have to get these rules down pat.
yeah, that's we've worked it out over the years, man. We've had our ups and downs about it, and that's how you learn the rules.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you learn what bothers each other, what each other are comfortable with, things like that. The random chick, we start doing it too much, she start catching feelings.
Right.
It turns into this whole thing of they're trying to be in my wife's position, and it turns into so we try to we regulate beforehand. Things like that. It's a very well thought out agreement.
Lot, man.
What about
It's a well thought out agreement. It's not something that simple. If you go at it in a simple manner, it's gonna fuck something up.
What about a woman catching feelings for your wife?
I can't control that. Neither one of us can control what the other chick does, but we can always
Control yourselves.
control ourselves and end it and agree to like,
You
all
gotta
right, that's
go.
getting crazy. We
What
can't
about the
do
wife
it.
catching feelings for another woman?
She gotta figure that out because that if that's against the rules for me, that's against the rules for her. It's about equal things in here. So we always think about things from other sides. If I saw her catching feelings, it'll bother me just as much as if she saw me catching feelings. So it's all about the equal standards in the marriage.
I think now's a good time to play Girlfriends.
Let's
the song.
get into it right now.
Girlfriend featuring
You want to
G-Eazy.
introduce the record?
Absolutely. It's a brand new single, Girlfriends, featuring A1, featuring G-Eazy, produced by A1 and my homeboy Pip. Look, man, you got to sign that applications. Applications are coming out very soon. The rules do apply. There's terms and conditions. Don't read that. Just hit agree and move on.
Oh my goodness. All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Now, you see, I don't know where all these lists are coming from, but they have these top 50 lists. Which
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know
I've
who's
not
behind
read
these
one
lists.
of them. Not one.
They got one R&B list, and they got you as number 29.
Oh, that's fire. I'm happy to be on the list then.
Yeah.
Wait, who made the list?
I don't know. That's the point.
We
That's why
don't know who made these
I
lists.
can't give it. I
Okay,
can't give it no credibility because I don't know who made
You're
it.
before John Legend, Genuine, Tank, Tevin Campbell, Justin Bieber, and Bobby Brown.
What is it based on?
Yeah, who's
Nobody
this
knows.
person?
Nobody. No, I
Like,
don't
but
know.
It's just
thank you.
somebody's opinion.
I can't rock with that. And before we go any further, man, I want to congratulate y'all just on the things y'all are doing, even outside of the station and stuff like that. I'm sorry, the station, but just the things y'all are doing to have become such a reputable and creditable source of information, man. It's very hard for not only a group of black people to do this, but it's hard for in this industry to actually be reputable and credible. So
No, they said we fell off 4 years ago. So
They did say we fell
Thank
off.
you. That's very
The show will be over.
You guys
This
just
has
take
been
the
a
compliment and say
marquee.
thank
It's a
you.
weird thing.
Thank you, T.
Yeah.
We
No, I
appreciate
do that all the time. We always look at the negative because
Right.
yeah.
That was
I get
nice.
it.
There's ebbs and flows for us too. We've had our ups and downs.
Absolutely.
So,
But
we're here
where
with
y'all
you.
at now is can't nobody tell y'all shit, and I love it.
why do you have Jackie Chan tatted on your hand?
It was a phase. No, I'm watching you. No, just whenever I would always put my hand and try to think like this, and it would give people something to look at today, not staring at me.
So you put Jackie Chan
Of all people,
of all people?
He was doing the.
Rush Hour.
No, it was an interview he was doing. It was a lot going on. It's
That
a,
must have been a long night. You must have been drinking, smoking.
no,
No?
completely sober. You gotta be
You
going.
just
in
love Jackie Chan.
No,
It
it was
was
a
Malcolm
meme.
X,
It
Martin
was
Luther King,
a meme.
Jay-Z.
A meme.
No, nobody's doing this in there. But Malcolm X, you never seen Malcolm X like.
Oh, that tattoo is a tattoo of the Jackie Chan meme.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
Still
it's
don't
the-
make no sense.
It does a lot, a lot. He's also a great actor.
No, he's cool. He ain't tattoo
So
worthy.
fantastic
Not
martial
for a
artist.
black man from Tallahassee.
He's a
Maybe an
fantastic
Asian
martial
American
artist.
somewhere.
He's a great martial artist.
He does his own stunts.
He does his own stunts.
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, see, that's how you could twist it. You be like, I got Jackie Chan on my hand because, in life, I do my own stunts. I live my own life,
Nah.
Do you regret it at all?
No, I don't regret any of my tattoos. I always get them when I go to places that I feel like, when you first start out, like all my tattoos came from cities and locations to where, it makes you feel like you made it. You went
Where'd you get that
somewhere.
one from?
This was Hawaii. Yeah, so it was weird. It was weird. I finished it in Atlanta, but I couldn't take it in Hawaii. It was a lot. It was a different technique over there.
What it was doing was like the needle?
Yeah, it was like a just like the traditional. I tried to
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Now, what's up with Tallahassee? Has the love in your hometown, grown? Because last time you was here, you had some complaints.
You know what, man? I've seen a lot of people. I've not concentrated on love and hate, from the city, because it's always going to be a mixed thing. A lot of people that came up with me are not going to be happy if I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a part of it, and I've accepted that as just a thing. And I've seen a lot of people, and my wife sent me a tweet from a guy last night that was like, "Man, I love Tallahassee, but I see why T-Pain left." And it's like really, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my guy, Prophet De Niro. He's a rapper out of the city. He's doing a lot, and he's trying to promote himself. But, there's texts and emails going around saying, don't support this guy. He thinks he's hot just because T-Pain reposted his video. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like real
That's
big.
a crazy reason
it's real big people that could really help him get on. You know what I'm saying? And people that, a lot of people that even said they put me on. So now it's like, you're not supporting like you said you was going to support the city, but you're sending around emails saying don't support this guy. You don't want to go through it because he'll text you a lot if you text him.
Wow.
Like, what I'm saying? The man trying to promote himself. That's just how it is. But, it's always your hometown, man. It's never anywhere else. People that don't know your struggle will hate you the most. Will love you the most. And people that know how much you struggle, like, I did the same thing. I went through the same thing. I was at your house when you went through that. You just should have took me. That don't matter. Did you work with me? Did you, help, my nigga? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, man. I totally understand, because I would be acting the same way if I was still there.
How different is your business now since when you first started? Because I'm sure when you were fresh and young and new in the business, you didn't know much and you didn't know what to anticipate and dealing with labels.
It's much better now. I've been on each end of the spectrum. So now I know what the high end is and what the low end is. I've been mega rich. I've been super broke right in the middle of thinking I was mega rich, and then got rich again and, learned how to really give a shit about money. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make money to spend money. You know what I'm saying? It's not the other way around. It's like once you give a shit about the money you're making, then you know what I'm saying, you feel much better about your accomplishments, you feel much better about what you're doing, and you start paying attention to your work that makes you your money. So, you put more care into things once you actually pay attention to it, instead of getting a big check and like, oh man, I just had to sing real quick. Nah, but there's a lot of shit that come with it. When you put out records, you got to do the right things. You got to, you got to go through the motions and really give a shit about it.
Now, you said you were broke. How broke were you? Did you almost lose your crib, lose your cars, foreclosure? And how did you get back?
I almost lost the crib.
That bad?
I don't think I would have lost it, but my accountant was panicking. Like, dude, just sell your house. And I'm like, I'm going to save my house.
All that money you was making, why wouldn't you just buy it back then? It
was one of them things to where, my advisors was like, how about you just slam a down payment on this, and then you can save the rest of the money instead of spending $6 million all at once. And then
you want a $6 million crib in Atlanta?
Yeah, it's not small.
That's about 100,000 square feet.
100,000 square feet.
Oh my God.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's when the market was down. So but no, I mean it's you learn a lot, man, by going through all the motions.
I saw an interview you did with my man Rob Markman. You told Rob Markman you didn't get paid for no features for 2 years.
Yeah. I needed to build up that credit. It's about building up. I was building up friendships in the game, because I didn't really know anybody when that was happening, and to work with these people that I called legends.
You were paying your dues and just trying to
yeah,
get on.
You said it was 08 to 2010. That T-Pain was like at the height of things at that point.
Yeah, and that's when other artists that I really respected started paying attention to me. So I was like, man, why not? Come on in. Can I get a verse when it's like, when it's my turn? And everybody was like, yeah. And then
when it was your turn?
Oh boy. Yeah, sure.
Who was one person that you reached out to was like, nah?
Oh man, I think it's easier to say who didn't do that. Mm-hmm. It was a lot.
Who
man.
was respectable then? Yeah.
Wayne still held it down,
who
right?
came through?
Wayne held it down. Chris Brown held it down. Neo, Cardinal Official was always by my side with things. David Banner always came through. He still calls me now, and it's the weirdest thing, because we just don't do this. He calls me and he says, "Hey man, is there anything I can help you with?"
That's David.
I'm like,
That's David.
Does that all the time.
I'm not prepared for this fucking question, dude. Nobody asked me that shit. I can barely get that at a Popeyes by my house. This is weird.
Salute to David Banner, man. He's a great brother, man.
Hell yeah. So, you know, it's people that really stayed down that, you know, and there's a lot of people I didn't name that stayed down. But, you know, for the most part, man, it was like, you know, I put a lot of people on and made a lot of people's careers super hot, and I can't get a verse.
What about Kanye? Did Kanye ever return the favors of Good Life?
Kanye returned the favors of Good Life the same day.
Okay.
Yeah, like he did 2 verses for my girl group that I had, Sophia Fresh at the time. Like he just went in. I think he wanted to fuck one of them, but still, it was.
That was before Kim K just put the
That
job
was
done.
way before Kim K. That'd
be a headline.
It's a Good Life.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, I gotta get the feature, man. But you know, yeah, sure, whatever. If you like that, do the verse real quick though, and I'll tell her to come up here.
Did you encourage that? When she was like, look.
No, not at all. I didn't tell
Let
her
me just
shit.
at least get my verse.
Yeah, he was in the booth, and I was like, hey, y'all need to leave right now.
We got him. We already got him.
We got you, bitch.
So you never got like royalties on these records from 08 to 2010?
Yeah, I got like, you know, production credits and stuff like that if I helped out. You know, I always got royalties, but they never had to pay a fee until Ludacris. Mm-hmm. Ludacris almost had to pay.
What do you mean?
Why?
Because I did One More Drink for him.
One More Drink, yeah.
And then he did Chop and Screw for me right after that.
Mm-hmm.
But with the One More Drink, then he charged me $250,000.
Whoa.
So I was like, okay, I'll charge you $250,000.
Now we're even.
Oh, you got an invoice later.
Yeah, so
But it was from the label, so it wasn't personal.
No, yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
a
Just
lot,
from the
though.
Ludacris piece, I mean, it was Ludacris. Ludacris was right at
Yeah,
that
what year
time.
was that?
$250,000.
That was probably was that 08?
That was
Oh, yeah,
Move,
Luda was
bitch.
red hot.
But people don't get money like
Right.
people don't get money like that nowadays, right?
Oh no.
No.
They can't. No matter how big you are, nobody's charging $250,000.
Yeah, because there's enough. Like we have enough people. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We, like
Oh, so
Unless
there's,
someone else.
there's nobody that can get that now?
Cardi B could get close.
I would think Drake, Cardi.
Weekend, the Drake, Rihanna,
$250,000 is a
Beyonce.
lot.
You don't think so?
I don't think anybody's
The
charging
labels
like
ain't
that.
spending that much money no more.
Right.
But those would be the artists that could get close to
Because
it.
I think
Labels
artists
ain't
like that,
labels
they're not going to
anymore.
do it if they don't want to. Also, like,
Very true.
right.
There's a lot of unreleased records.
What's the most you ever charged for a feature?
$250,000.
That one right there.
That's a lot of money. I'm
He's like-
sorry. I don't care who it
That
is.
is a lot. That's a
Yeah,
lot,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it kind of took me by surprise when the label came back with it. You know, and I hit Luda like, "Yo, can you check this out
You
for
said
me?"
this is ludicrous.
I was just, oh, shit, God damn it. Get the hell out of here. No, but he was he didn't know about it. So you know what I'm saying? I knew Luda didn't that wasn't his MO at all at the time. So, you know, when he hit the label, he let them know. And then they didn't care, and it was like, "No, you're ludicrous. We're charging them $250." I'm like, "Cool, sweet. I'm charging you $250 for One More Drink, then."
Well, you got the Bad Singer and you got School of Business,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
what is success for T-Pain nowadays? You put out a record like Girlfriends. Like what would make it successful for you?
Happiness.
Yeah.
Happiness, man. I don't care. You
You
know,
look happy now, man.
I'm so
Follow
much
you on
more
IG,
happy.
You look happy.
I'm so much more happy, man. And I stopped chasing numbers. You know, numbers and sales and things like that. I just want to be happy, man. It just, you know, when I put out records now, it's not like, man, I hope this sells good. And right now, it's just like, I hope more people than my mama hear this. Like, that's it. That's all I want. It don't matter how many spans I get. It don't matter how many streams I get and stuff like that. It's just like, all right, more people outside of my house heard it. That's fantastic.
When I followed you on Instagram, I seen you you were doing the drifting thing, right?
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, what the hell is T-Pain doing? But then I seen how happy it made you look.
Yeah,
Like you
man.
look happy drifting. And
Yeah.
That was
it-
drifting.
You remember Fast and Furious
Fast and
2?
Furious,
the
Oh, the
cars.
car?
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
Now, how
yeah.
did you get into that? What made you get into that?
Man,
That's like dangerous. Like you can die doing it.
A lot, yeah. Well, not if your car is set up right. If you,
You could die a lot.
If you're trying to do it, if you're trying to do it in Florida, your chances are way less. But no, I went to Abu Dhabi and did a few shows and met Danny Neville out there. He's a DJ out there, and you know he took me around and showed me a bunch of stuff. Man, he's part of a racing team, so you know he's one of the top drifters over there. So he took me to see that man, and I just fell in love with it. I was already doing it. I was just doing it wrong and illegally. So you know, once I saw that, it was amazing. I was just like, dude, I gotta figure this out. I gotta try. I bought a car for it and And now I'm in the competitions and stuff like that. So, you
So
know.
you actually go to competitions and compete with people? And
Yeah. I'm not good, but,
Okay.
you know.
It's still fun.
Yeah, I'm still trying. So, you know, I don't have enough seat time is basically what it is. And, you know, when I go back to Atlanta, I still got to drive 3 hours.
What do you practice? Do you practice in Atlanta streets? Like you drift on the corners?
It's a few parking lots. You know, if I'll find somebody that owns a warehouse and I'll rent out their parking lot every now and then, stuff like that. But it's not nowhere that's legal is where I'm practicing at right now. Because if I do want to go somewhere legal where I can rent it out, it's 3 hours from my house.
Right.
So that's a whole day of trying to just get there and back, and get less seat time than if I just go to a warehouse real quick. But it's expensive, man. You got to get a lot of tires, a lot of wheels. It's crazy. So, you know, but it is making me happy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of my career, I didn't get to do things that were really my interest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was always like, okay, rap, sing, buy jewelry, do interviews.
What about to that big ass chain?
You
still have it?
Melted
it down.
I got it back.
Oh, you got it back.
I got it
Oh, I
back.
thought you said you melted it down.
I did. We did another one.
Oh, wow.
He says I'm over jewelry. Yeah, I did another one though.
Much cheaper this time.
It's fake?
Most of it.
Got you.
Just kind of, I really needed it to frame it. I'm putting it in a shadow box.
Okay.
So it's not
When it comes to like,
$400,000.
when it comes to,
Hold on 1 second. Was that what your
Okay.
biggest expense that you ever bought? The biggest thing that you spent
His
besides
house?
the house? That was just two left?
Nah, Bugatti. I paid for that straight up.
you
How
still
much?
got it?
Oh,
He got rid of that like a week later. How much was that Bugatti?
1.2.
Sheesh.
And you spent $1.2 million
Yeah,
and got rid of it a week later.
not a week later. I had it for about 5 months.
And why'd you get rid of it? They said that you needed brakes or something? You
I
needed
broke
tires?
it. I put a
broke
hole
it.
in the radiator.
Drifting?
No, no. I just found out you can do that though. So, you know, Uzi Vert, take note. You can do it. You can drift. But if you put a hole in one of the 4 radiators, they have to replace all the radiators. And that's,
Lord have mercy.
And that's $90,000. And I didn't want to do that.
So you just decided to let it go.
Yeah. Because at that point, that's when I was running out of money. You know what I'm saying? And that's when my accountant was like, dude, you just bought a Bugatti. You're like out of money. And I was like, no, I'm not. I got this house I want to get. I got this other house for my assistants and, you know, all my runners and my producers and stuff. So we bought a house after that, and we just started going crazy with the money. I wasn't paying attention to it. As you know, I thought if I didn't have access to my own accounts, that I wouldn't have to look at it. So, you know what I'm saying? It was bad business choices.
Who did you sell that Bugatti to? Anybody in
Back to
particular?
the dealership I got
Oh,
it from.
okay.
How much
Yeah.
did
How
you
much
get
they
for
gave
it?
it for you?
Yeah.
I think they gave me $800 for it.
Sheesh.
Oh,
Wow.
God.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as I drove it off the lot, it probably went to that.
And you bought it brand new?
So when
Yeah. Yeah.
Brand new and it had a hole in the radiator and no warranty?
No, I put the hole in the radiator.
how'd you do that?
Just driving it fast everywhere.
When you say you was broke, was you at like $0 broke?
I had to borrow money to get my kids Burger King.
Wow.
Yeah.
After having, what's the most you ever had in the bank at one time?
$40 million.
Jesus Christ, T-Pain. How do you have a hairline? My God.
Yeah.
$40 million to zero?
Yeah.
And it was just
yeah.
all bad spending? No bad investments? Like, what was it?
It was a lot of bad investments. A lot of things.
What
that
did you
just
invest in
went-
that didn't work for $40 million? What were you invested in?
Real estate.
Real estate.
Ah,
Yeah.
shoot.
You buy retail?
No, but I was letting my manager do it, and he was way more optimistic than I was.
So what do you mean optimistic?
He didn't know what
Like
he
he
was
would
doing.
just buy complete dumps and think that we can just paint, and then we should be
He didn't
fine.
know what he was doing.
Never sold anything that we bought.
Even now, like none of those areas y'all bought in became
We had to
gentrified?
let
or-
him go. We had to let him go. No, I mean we just had to let everything go. So you know.
Is there anything if you'd have held on to would be worth a lot now?
No, not at all.
My
These were in
God.
terrible neighborhoods, but I didn't know.
Where? In Florida?
Yeah, it was all in Florida, South Florida. It was because that's where my managers lived. So it was like, nah, I'll just get some shit down the
Oh,
road. I can
man.
check on it every now and then, and just like,
Oh,
yeah,
my
crack
God.
house for
It
sure.
never worked out.
Still a
Never
crack
worked out.
house to this
Still
day.
a crack house right now. People fucking in there right now. I guarantee it. It's weird.
Bro, that's my worst nightmare. $40 million to zero. My God.
Yeah, but you know, you get back up and you learn, man.
you don't.
Yeah, you do.
He did.
Up to 40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I'm not chasing the 40. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
money I'm making now is I'm just making it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make it. Like that 40 million, I was hustling. I needed to be on everybody's record, and every record got to go number one. I got to do this work. And at that time, I didn't know my family at all.
Right.
Like my wife didn't even live with me at that time. She lived in Tallahassee. I lived in Atlanta, and I told her I got to be in Atlanta because I got to do music stuff. Ain't no music stuff in Tallahassee, so you can stay here. I'll get me a house in Atlanta. I'll come and see y'all. My kids didn't know who I was. They called me Other Daddy when I was on TV.
Wow.
They
So who was the other daddy?
me when I walked in the
Who
house
was the other guy? Who was the daddy then?
on TV. They knew TV me more than they knew in the house me.
Oh, got you. So
Yeah.
when you in the house just cooling out,
Yeah,
that's daddy.
That's
but
daddy.
Wow.
You got the top hat on.
Other
That's other
daddy.
daddy.
Yeah.
Got you.
So it's a lot. It was a
That
lot
could
of that.
end a relationship for some people.
For sure, absolutely, and we held on, man. And that's a thing that I really commend my wife for just holding on for me. And she always has this saying that when a light bulb goes out in the house, you change the light bulb. You don't sell the house. Mm-hmm. You don't give up because one thing is going wrong. You it's always going to be something. It's not going to be 100% comfortable thing. And she was right, man. She stuck it out for me, and
That's dope.
and we're
Give her a round of
happier than
applause.
ever.
But why
It's
not
like,
move your family? Why didn't you move your family from Tallahassee to Atlanta?
I just didn't want to.
You was home.
I was
You was
nah.
tricking.
Nah, I wasn't. I was never there. I was never at the house. You know what I'm saying? I was always on the road. I just felt like if I had them there, I wouldn't be able to do the music shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to go out and go to different studios because I'd have to either bring my kids or they'd have to have my wife ride with me so she don't think I'm doing nothing. I had to always be on, and I always had to be T-Pain from TV to everybody that I went to go see. So I couldn't do all that and, get blackout drunk every night just to impress these niggas in the studio so they can get a free hook out of me. You know what I'm saying? It was just that, and I was paying attention to that so much, and I value my family. So much more than that now that
Right.
that shit don't mean nothing to me. Like you can see it in like Mike Tyson now. You know what I'm saying? When Mike Tyson throwing around his belts, like this shit is worthless to me. It's my family. I'm about my family now, and I think I'm in that point in my life to where it's just I got the awards. I got fucking 6 Grammys at the house. Like it's fine. I'm good. I got all these best artists of the year, best writer of the year. I proved my point, and now it's just like riding my wave still, riding the wave that I created, and still benefiting from it while not chasing it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a wave. I think waves come and go. I think that you've built a legacy at this point.
Yeah, no, it's definitely multiple waves though. So
Yeah.
I'm paddling out, getting back on the next one.
Question: how low do you have to go as far as like depression to get out of that and just be the happy person you are now? Like how depressed did you get?
I didn't get super depressed, and that's the only way I knew I wasn't depressed because I actually met some depressed people, and I was like, oh, I'm fine. I'm
I'm just having a bad day.
I'm just sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I was literally at that point of depression to where you can be like, bro, just be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's that point. But like when you're clinically depressed
Right.
and stuff like that,
Nothing
there's
you
nothing
feel
you
like.
can do, and you've been diagnosed. Like I've met some people like that, and there's nothing that compares to that.
So no medication, nothing. You just had to make a choice.
Just had to make a choice to get my ass out of bed, stop chasing this money, take care of my family, make sure they got something to do with everything I'm doing, and just chill, man. Just chill.
Did you try anything though, like therapy or even going to counseling with your wife? Did y'all do any of that?
No. I was being gaslit by a bunch of people. So, it was that point. It was kind of like that Dave Chappelle point where he, everybody in his office was trying to make him the crazy one.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? And, I was screaming at people and, they was calling my wife like your husband screaming at people all the time. I don't know what's going on. He's drunk all the time, blah, blah, blah. So they get her in with it. And she called me one day and was like, from what they're saying, I think you have ADHD and there might be something wrong with your brain or something. And I'm thinking I got to go see somebody. I'm crying because I think I'm fucking crazy. And, come to find out it was just the process of a label or management trying to get you controlled. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they control you. They make you think you're the only one crazy, and they're sane enough to
Like
make
it's
decisions
you.
for it. Yeah.
It's all you. So what's the deal now with Cinematic? Because I see
Cinematic has been
Cobain in
great.
here,
Oh!
I see Romel in here. My guy Johnny Shipe. So tell me how that came into play.
You know what's crazy? I was supposed to be going into a deal with Steve Rifkin, and Johnny Shipes had offered to help Steve with that, and Andy Kabamba had offered his services and stuff like that. But I don't know what happened to the Steve Rifkin thing, but Johnny and Andy started handling things for me. And it was just great. It felt like freedom, and it wasn't a label. It was just like, dude, we're gonna help you get back to where you need to be. And, you know, Johnny says this every time he talks to me. We're going to get you back to where you need to be. You good. Trust me, we got you. And it's just been freedom. You know what I'm saying? I can drop records when I feel like it. I can drop merch when I feel like it. I can get videos when I feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows what he has. You know what I'm saying? And it shows. And it's a real back and forth, and it's a 50-50 effort. He always told me, if you get off your ass, I'll make sure it's worth it. And that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's when I started getting out of my depression, because it was 50-50 me. Like, if I don't get off my ass, I can't blame nobody else.
Right.
Because he promised me that if I did, something would come out of it. So here we are.
Not depressed, but sad. You're sad.
Sad.
Right.
What happened to your crazy-ass family in Alabama?
Huh?
Your crazy-ass family in Alabama.
Oh, boy. No, they're still coming through. Everybody's still the same. Have
they been on a plane yet?
They have been on planes. Yes, they have been on planes. My wife's family is awesome as hell, man. They they're so fun, and they love everything they do, and no matter what's going on, it's always a smile on everybody's face. It can be complete turmoil, like people smiling at funerals, like everything gonna be all right. We good. It's a part of it. Let's get it. And they so positive about everything. That's another thing that helped me out too. You know, being around my wife's family, and you know, seeing all the smiling faces, and you know, they was making sure I was good. You know, because when you go into a lot of in-law situations, they don't really give a fuck about you. So it's like, he need to get it together, or you need to leave him. And they was like, nah, we gonna work this out. You gonna be good. Y'all gonna be all right. Y'all come down here. We gonna cook. Y'all good. Trust me.
I still believe in that project. We should leak it. We should put that shit out in the goddamn way.
What was the whole premise of that thing? We just had them working for me?
Yeah.
We had
T-Pain reality. You fired all your staff.
Yeah, fired all my staff.
Your country cousins from Alabama.
Absolutely. They didn't know how to do anything. That was so funny.
They didn't.
It was good. We might link that.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us, T-Pain.
I thank y'all for having me, brother. I appreciate it, man.
And Girlfriends is out now?
Girlfriend is out right now. G-Eazy, A1.
Mass Singer.
Season 2 filming right now. I'm about to go out there and lend a helping hand.
The business show, what's it called?
T-Pain School of Business.
School of Business?
Yep, just premiered night before last, so, you know.
You working?
I'm doing my thing, man.
All right.
And it's easy. Wisconsin. I'm bad at this. That's
what else,
merch?
Yeah, Wisconsin is the merch. We got, you know.
I always wondered, how do people in Wisconsin feel about that?
They love it for some reason.
Yeah.
I had on that hoodie one day, and mad people hit me up like, "Where did you get that Wisconsin hoodie?"
Yeah, they love it. I don't understand, but people that don't know about it, like we always wear it on the plane when we get off, and they're like, "Yeah, go Wisconsin." I don't know what team you guys have. I don't know what that is.
Where can they purchase it at?
Literally everywhere. Tpain.com. You know, there's a store on there.
Urban Outfitters.
Urban Outfitters. Yep, you can get
Really?
it there. Yeah, we got it in the store, man.
Wow.
Pretty good. And that's what I'm saying. I'm doing all that, but I'm not chasing it. All these things are
Just
coming.
having it.
All these things are coming to me because I'm happy.
No more Bugattis.
No more Bugattis. I'm fine.
I bet you that was
Shit ain't got nothing on the inside. That's what I don't understand.
Nothing, all engine.
It's all engine. It's shit like mine was brand new in 09. I had 6-disc CD changer. Like, it's not shit didn't have Bluetooth.
Nope.
Like it was a navigation system in there that was in the trunk part. Like, you gotta get out and put the thing in the trunk, and come on, there wasn't no technology. I needed that.
All right.
There's no way to drive that shit in Atlanta.
Don't shit on it now, because you had to take yours back. Somebody out there enjoying this.
Lil Uzi just bought one.
Who?
Lil Uzi.
Vert.
Oh,
not
I
his.
saw it. I didn't think that was his.
Hey, Uzi, move your goddamn cars, man. Move your cars. He's staying at my hotel, and he keep parking his car right in front of the door.
Where, in New York?
Yes. Like,
He got the Bugatti in New York?
Yeah, he flew all his cars. Yeah, he got all
It's
his
the
cars.
worst place to drive it.
Right.
That's what I said. But, you know, he's doing his thing. I love it. I love it, man. I'm proud of him.
Yeah,
I'm
me
proud
too.
of Uzi,
Yeah,
man.
but we know how that's going in.
Do we, though?
Stop it. Stop it.
He's
And I
doing
love
good.
Uzi.
He's
Uzi
doing
good.
good.
Uzi
He's
doing good.
one of
Happy
the...
belated birthday to Lil Uzi.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. He's an old nigga now.
Lil Uzi, the sassy savage. I like Uzi, though.
All right. Well, it's the Breakfast Club. It's T-Pain.
Yeah.